This is literally a remake of a video I did a little while ago about darkrust. Now it's Alexey Samoletov, ProRust, a legacy client that gives you 1.5x on their Moscow server. They'll use trademc for you to get merch or whatever, and it's just repackaged darkrust from a while ago. So I'm going to be repeating part of that and giving a link to the original video on that one. 2025, July 25th, player accounts were hacked and over 100,000 rubles, or $1,260 USA money, was stolen. This is 3 days after their first VK post on the 22nd. That was quick. Wait a minute. When did I make my... Let's not think about what I did. Their site sells stuff and asks you to donate. And their Moscow server, it's a different IP address now. That's good. The administrator's VK profile is hidden, and in order to communicate with it, you have to work at it. But if you archive it at just the right moment, it'll tell you they were on 45 minutes ago, which was my time about 7. So 7:30-ish. The original, the OG, ProRust, was an old Rust legacy server and branded client that opened and closed many times over the last 8 years. There's a YouTube video stack you can look up for it. I don't know why they would use the same name. It's not ProRust. It's not the same server. Probably not the same people. Maybe it is. The 520 megabyte Rust legacy _ setup.exe is just the same smart install maker, trust me bro installer from the last one called darkrust. Anyway, it's called ProRust 1.5x, and it's the same repackaging darkrust had. In fact, yeah, and they talk about on their pages updating the program because it contains, quote, an updater. Okay, but this is the thing. This is off of Google Drive and shows no signs of being updated as an executable. I downloaded it again. And as I'm downloading it, why does that long-ass URL look familiar? So I look it up, and the only thing I find is other people talking about darkrust and my YouTube video talking about darkrust being a Trust Me Bro installer. Anyway, it's obfuscated through version 5.04 Smart Install Maker. sminstall.com is where that came from. It's a dead site now, as the self-signed certificate on it is considered untrustworthy. The last time the website worked was 2024 late. And there's a web archive showing the website used to exist and used to be a thing. It's not anymore. File description within it, again, this is rust legacy _ setup.exe. When you check it, it says file description, Rust Legacy AutoUpdate installation. File and product versions are all listed as 0. The file encoding date says 1992. And does anybody wonder why I call them Trust Me Bro installers? And it resists violently being extracted. I tried it again. Maybe they updated it. It's literally no change. I kept the old copy of the file. It's sitting on the hard drive on the other side of the room because I'm afraid to double click it. And yeah, it's binary duplicate file. It's identical. They didn't change anything. So, and if it would update, that's great. But how? I mean, does it base it on you logging into their server and that server being able to tell it to update to a different file set? Or is it on their Discord, the inevitable, ever-present, never fucking gonna go away, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you alone, goddamn Discord link? If you're not aware of this Rust Legacy AutoUpdate installer.exe internally would only be able to auto-update if it had a fixed auto-update function in it. If they base it on your server you visit, that means every server could potentially misdirect it to update to the wrong files. Unless they're talking about dynamic download and mirroring from the server, which is a thing that I've seen most people avoid like the plague because it just starts choking your drive up, because that means every server you visit could, quote, update your game, that's great. But that's sort of like letting Google update your Microsoft browser or your Mozilla Firefox. Do you want to do that? Okay. Company name inside the executable was HostFun, which is defunct. It's also the legal copyright. The files also mention two URLs, hostfun.ru and vk.com/hostfun, which they're all defunct and have gone through multiple name changes. This is very, very suspicious. And I know it's not really darkrust, and it's not really ProRust. And it's being interpreted as version 1.5, but it's just a 1.5x server. It gives you extras. Anyway, that used to go to vk.com/hostfun, and the VK page was created in 2018. It name changed to HostFun in 2023, and 2024 was the last post, and it's dead as of 2024. And when I look at it now, it's even less useful because it appears to be, kind of blank. Hostfun.ru, the last date it had Rust legacy content was 2023, and it was suspended and dead as of May 9th, 2024. Web archive listed below. This is yet another page pointing to the same Google Drive file that ends in AKM. Now, here's the stupid thing. The only reason I noticed at all that this is the same old story is, number one, this looks really familiar. Number two, I'm seeing a modus operandi here. And the next thing is, I literally looked at the URL for the download for the thing, and I'm like, how can something with that many digits looking so random look really familiar? So I typed in just that part and found my video and their recent videos. And I can't find the darkrust ones anywhere because apparently all the darkrust videos now are lacking the link, or maybe they're in place, but they're not as easy to find for some reason. So, yet again, you'll be able to find yet another video on my channel, or channels, that talks about yet another Trust Me Bro installer. Yeah, anyway, my vid ends in CLG. Another vid talking about the older, yet latest iteration of ProRust is a video that ends in Q4A. You can do youtube.com/results/search_query ProRust, and find it referencing things from a long time ago. This thing hasn't been a thing for over 3 years. So someone used the name of an older either client that was specialized and customized or just the server. And on that note, netconnect space 46.174.50.232:6666 does not load on Rust legacy clients that I have. It refuses. I think it's basing it on the same thing the other one did. Originally with darkrust, now ProRust, you had to go ahead and subscribe or whatever to some YouTube channel or whatever and be in their good graces and or visit their Discord server, and then suddenly it would work. Because it's scanning your IP address and giving you whitelisting in. Or something. Maybe you're given a password and login, like a couple of these others, Trust Me Bro installers. And again, I'm going to repeat this. 3 days after they started this account, and it is suspiciously very soon after I did the video talking about darkrust not being a good idea, this thing loaded up, and 3 days afterwards, $1,000 or more is lost, 100,000 rubles. They claimed the accounts were hacked, and two of the people are complaining about one of the people who are partners in this project running off with their money. Meanwhile, I'm just over here trying to create a client-server combo by combining the two 1 gigabyte file sets into a single, basically slightly larger than a 1 gigabyte file because so many of the files are duplicated. I was going to do that project, and then I ran into this. Okay, here we go. This will be the opinion piece. Why in fuck don't all of you people who are setting up a server, when I have a couple of videos telling people how to download the server software, just load it and run it, and it's already pre-cracked, works, I play with it. Why are you making it to where you're using Trust Me Bro installers at all? It has been and it has always been and always will be a file set you can zip shut, preferably with WinRAR, because it retains the time and date stamps, so you can see really the time and date stamps it was last used on. And I've gotten a hold of a copy that way that's from 2013 December, Christmas time, right when it first came out. It's literally the first copy of the 2013 version, and I've gotten a hold of, I can't prove it, but it was literally a couple of days before they stopped having it on Steam, the last downloadable copy of Rust Legacy, clean. I had to work at it to get it to work without Steam by actually putting the non-Steam patches in from another one. And yeah, that's doable. Okay, now let's do this. All of these people who have these servers provide a raw copy that still requires Steam, just to see if you want to futz with it, and then the file set and instructions on how to make it to where it doesn't require Steam anymore, because Steam disabled it a long time ago. And give us the information on your server and which version you're using, and make it work. With it only being an unzippable, just make it a zip file if you want to, but please, I'd recommend WinRAR because it retains the time and date stamps, so you can look at it and treat it like an acid test. Yes, those can be faked. You can fake time and date stamps on files. That's fine. But they're making you download an executable that is, if you're not aware of it, 30% larger than it's supposed to be to hold the files for the damn game files. And again, the IP address when you try to load it just says, I'm not letting you in here. So there's a gatekeeping going on here, and I don't know if it's Discord or some other place now. I will go to Discord and look it up. I guess if I find any new information, any surprises, I'll post it at the top of the video, addendum. But if you don't see addendum, it's the same old joke. Now, as I said on the previous one with darkrust, I wouldn't recommend it because it's unnecessary. There's no reason for this to be done. It should come pre-extracted and repacked as a RAR file. There is no technical reason for them to do this at all, to make it a runnable executable, unless you're trying to hide something. You can't virus scan it. It's not possible. They might just swallow password encrypted it. That would be more honest because they can give you the password and extract it. And they seem heavily interested in you buying basics like wood. Literally, yeah. They have a sales page with the link below in the description. They have a page where you buy wood, which is like the most basic thing in the game. Is the area completely empty? It's a 1.5x server, but you have to pay for wood? For like some rubles? So yeah, everybody else, I'm not being nice about this anymore. If you are setting up a server to do a Rust Legacy game server, I'm not your competitor, but I'm going to empower people to be able to download fully clean copies of the 2013 Christmas edition and, if possible, the 2016 Christmas edition for the server and client if I can get away with it, so that none of you can pull this shit. You'll have to make your alterations by changing the one DLL or two that need to be altered, or not doing it and just giving them a proper server and client to work with. Wouldn't that be terrible? Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. Links below in the description. And no, I don't recommend ProRust any more than I would darkrust. For the obvious. Bye.